Welcome back, guys. Ghetto Rig episode, what, 254?
Yeah.
Nice. Good guess. Sorry, guys, we're a bit late today. Had some technical difficulties.
You got it.
You got it. You got it. Spit it out. Junior, spit it out. My name is Jay. To my right, I have my co-host Eddie. And behind the camera, we have the Migi, the man with a computer and the buttons. Anyway, guys, so I had this crazy thought today while I was working, right? That was a busy day. I was a little tired, a little delusional. So I had this crazy thought. You know, like how it's been popular, like within the past couple of years, like, you know, girls will go around and be like, man, they ain't shit. We're strong and independent, boss babes, this and that. And a lot of times you'll encounter girls that are like argumentative, disagreeable, so
I
on
think
and
that's
so
just
forth,
what you
right?
see, but okay.
Well, anyway, now, do you think, like, if somebody actually date a girl like that, they're like low key gay?
I think most people don't date girls like that. I think that those girls are very loud and
No,
not a man could date
but
them.
if you date a girl like that, right? Like whatever. Like, I'm not trying to argue that most of them are like that, least of them are like
Uh-huh.
that. I'm just saying, if you date a girl like that, does that make you gay? Because those are like typically like related with like testosterone, with men being disagreeable, like they'll argue with you and
I don't
stuff
think
like
so.
that.
I think it could relate to a lot of things. I mean, maybe the dude had mommy issues growing up and
No,
wants
no, no,
someone
no.
like a girl to like boss
Forget
him
all that.
around.
Forget all that.
No, I'm thinking of like theoretical things, or maybe like that could be if you're trying to like insinuate that something has to be wrong with the person to date someone like that. Like what would be those things? You know what
Because like I would not want to date myself because I'm argumentative. Like I'll play the devil's advocate here and there. You know what I mean? And if somebody's like being like that, it's just like dating yourself or dating a dude. Like I see the mommy issues. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, does that make you gay?
I mean? No, I don't think so.
No.
Nah, you're still getting pussy.
I think it does.
You're still getting pussy. I mean,
You are, but you like dealing with that attitude.
like I feel like the does it make you gay is easier to ask like that question if a dude is dating like a transgender dude that's
Which
actually a
okay.
female.
Pause on this one. No
Uh-huh.
strike. It's kind of like dating your friends, like your male friends, but without all the other fun stuff that you do with your male friends.
But you
Like
get
just
other
get
fun.
the argumentative part.
I mean, you're getting other fun stuff that you don't do with your male friends either.
Sometimes.
I mean, you're getting it though.
You
Sometimes.
can get pretty close if you go in the mirror and you get a little the pussy. You know what I'm talking about?
Mangina.
Yeah, that. You know what I'm
And I-
talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Jay?
Yeah. He knows.
You ever seen a mangina?
No.
You don't know what it is for real?
No, I have no idea what
It's
that
when
is.
You
guy-
tuck your shit.
It's when you tuck your dick in between
it's
your
like
legs
disappears.
and it looks like a pussy.
You never heard of that?
Mm-mm.
I forgot what famous like cult classic movie has that in it. I don't know, but
That is sus though. That's like that's not even like what's beyond strike.
Step Brothers.
Uh,
well, there you go. Told you it was like a famous cult classic that.
but I think that makes you kind of gay though, dating a girl like that. I don't know.
Nah.
Man. I just had this crazy.
She's just a
thought anyway.
bitch. Doesn't mean you're dating a dude.
Yeah, but can you imagine like that? Ugh. That's like a walking ick. I don't know. Anyway, I got some clips for us to view.
That was a
Let me go-
random ass
yeah.
thought.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told you it was a little delusional. I led with that. Go to the mod chat, please. And thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The last two. Yeah, play either one of them. Might need to... You don't have to listen to it. You think Homeboy is on something?
What is he not on?
Because them are some fucking... He probably made that shit up on a spot.
I mean, no way he's not on cocaine. He was getting the good shit, bro. Can't move like that unless you fucked up.
Back in the day, they weren't cutting it as much, huh?
Ain't nobody was moving like him. I don't think nobody wanted to move like him.
Alright, so this is unanimous. He's definitely on something.
He's definitely having fun.
I mean, I don't really think that's even a question you need to ask him. The question is what is it? I mean, you'd assume cocaine, especially in that time, but you don't know.
Oh, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to this one. Wait. You gotta
question
listen to
about
this
drugs, though. Have you guys ever heard of Quaaludes?
Yeah.
Yeah? That shit is crazy, though. The way that they just don't make them anymore. Like, that's just completely discontinued. You can't really get Quaaludes anymore.
Yeah, but they're making all the opiates. So they're kind of like Quaaludes were kind of replaced by opiates.
I think somebody, you know Mickey, the guy that does the gambling shit? That's like all...
That dude's good at wrestling.
Yeah, he used to wrestle. Anyways, he gave, I forgot who it was, but he gave someone like an original Quaalude bottle that had never been opened, like it's from back in the day, and this and that. It apparently cost him like a bunch of money.
I want you to listen to this one, Eddie. I've already heard it. I kind of want to see your reaction, boys, when you hear the whole thing. Don't read it, just listen. You're gonna ruin the whole fun.
Are you ready?
I hereby sentence you to 2,500 consecutive life sentences plus 1,000 years. Once you pass away, you will receive an attempted escape charge with an additional 200 years being added to your sentence, which you will begin serving in the afterlife once you get to hell. Degree murder.
Bruh.
You know, all they did was put this in like a AI, voiceover thing.
You think that's an AI voiceover?
Hell yeah, it is.
How
ain't
do you
nobody,
know?
ain't nobody talking about hell and this and that in court.
I mean, if it's a judge, if it's a religious judge.
Jay, do you with any bone in your body believe that that's real?
I believe that somebody got a 25 consecutive life sentences. Yeah, I believe that.
It sounds roboty. You really listen to it.
Can you go chat GPT? What's the largest sentence anyone has ever received in the United States?
Yeah, that's fake. Damn, Jay, it feels like I'm talking to like my mom about a video that she thinks is real right now. Don't do that to us, Jay. Don't make us be worried about you watching shit and thinking it's real. Now I'm worried.
It's not a life sentence. No, it's life sentence.
1,000 years isn't a life sentence?
It is, but life sentence would be just one life, right? What does it say?
Chamoy Tipiaso in Thailand, 1989, was sentenced to 141,078 years for running a large Ponzi scheme. In the USA, Charles Scott Robinson got 30,000 years in total from 6 counts of child sex abuse.
Whew. Oldest person to receive a life sentence was a 94-year-old man, Helmer Lehus?
Was given a life sentence at 71. What for? For
what? Yeah.
Who knows? Charles.
What is it? Sweden. He had
committed murder by killing a known associate with an axe. Also poured corrosive acid over another man, reportedly due to annoyances from snoring. Sentenced to 11 years in prison. 1999, age 71, murdered a mobility impaired neighbor who was lying in bed. Convicted and given a life sentence. This made him at the time the oldest person in modern Swedish history to receive a life sentence.
We'll go back.
Cripple takes too long to get up their driveway when I'm backing into. Fucking motherfucker.
I mean, he did it because. I didn't give a reason why. The first one because of the fucking snoring.
Yeah.
So you
put
just
some
pour
acid
on top of dude. Damn. What were you about to say, Jay?
No, it's just like, those life sentences, like, what's the point of like 30,000 years? Like, what's the point of that shit?
To make sure you never get the fuck out. You fucking menace.
But like, I understand what he's saying. Like, what's the point in causing all that paperwork? Because I'm sure there's a lot more paperwork involved from 30,000 years than there is, like,
even
110.
Even
whatever.
if there's
it's the same
no
amount of paperwork, bro. That's given everything.
But if there's all these different files being charged, that's not the same amount of paperwork.
Even if there is no like paperwork,
It was only for one thing, though.
What are they banking
What do you
on?
mean? It was 6 different charges. 6 different six different charges brought along him. And it wasn't just 6. That's what he did. But I'm sure they charged him for the whole fucking kitchen
shit.
sink.
Yeah.
So how much more paperwork after he gets convicted do you think they have to do? You got convicted.
But even to try and convict for that many years or whatever is what I'm trying to say.
Rodolfo, that's a very good question. That's what I've been asking the boys whenever we're going to Japan.
We talked about that on our last episode.
Yeah, that's why he's asking.
It's because I accidentally didn't rename the thing, but I changed it.
Okay.
I haven't
We talked about it last.
made any big purchases anytime soon, nor will I anytime soon. So don't worry, Japan is not happening anytime soon.
But
saving money.
But
Yeah.
let's get back to the 30,000 sentences. Like my thought process is this: are they like thinking that they might come up with a drug that's gonna extend your life?
Well, how would they give that to a prisoner?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like it's just something that happens. You know what I mean? Like genetic malfunction. Like, okay, you've served 30,000 years. Now you can leave. You know what I mean?
It kind of just reminds me of the Kung Fu Panda tiger. He's like in prison in this dark cell for fucking like hundreds of years, and then he gets awakened.
He wants to be the Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, to me, this just fucking weird. 30,000 years. Might as well just say until you die. Well, I guess, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, people come out with the fucking weirdest shit.
Well, ask ChatGPT, why do they give multiple life sentences to one person?
Yeah, do that. Let's see what the fucking point of that is.
Business on J.
What do you mean?
You remember we're looking at the
Oh,
flight.
we're flying business class on you?
Yeah, business on Jay. Hell no, Jay paying for his own damn business. Don't be bothering Jay with your business.
None of your business.
Yeah. Say it like you mean it. Business.
I aim for the groom?
Huh?
I aim for the groom?
Groom. If you become a groom, that means you got your finances all in order and stuff like that. So at this point, you don't need help.
Not if it's up to the fucking everyone else around me. Jesus Christ. They don't care if I'm broke, rich, homeless. Where's the ring?
We just want the bachelor
Where's
party.
the ring?
We just want the bachelor party, dog.
I don't think I know anyone
And
more
he's like,
than
if
me
y'all just want to
that's
party,
been
just
annoyed.
come over here next Friday. We don't want to fucking party.
But that's not a bachelor party.
That is definitely right about that. But still, like, I don't understand. I don't think I know anyone around me that's received more guff about fucking getting married and this and that. And
Well, because you're next
Jesus
in line.
Christ.
We don't got anybody else in line. Like, literally, there's
but I
somebody
wasn't
else in line.
always
We
the
would
one
bother
next
them.
in line.
Yeah, and then he came to you.
Next one in line is Sudan.
What about you, fucker?
20
What about
years
me?
from
I've
now.
already said I'm never getting married.
You don't want to ever have a family or nothing?
I can
You
have
wanna
a
be
family
single?
without getting married.
Still, though, what about you, nigga? You nowhere.
Yeah, but I can have a family without getting married. And I can pop children until I'm 75.
This motherfucker.
It's just, that's how cookie crumbles.
You never gonna get married?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Ooh, that doesn't mean never.
Because you
Jay's
never,
gonna-
you
Jay's
never say
gonna-
never. That's
Jay
why I
already
say I
bought
don't
a
think so.
fridge for his colognes. Now he's gonna buy a fridge for his cum so that he can store it till he's fucking 80.
Nah, bro. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You literally are fertile, basically until the day you die as a guy.
Sure.
Yeah, because the thing is with
I don't know if I'd want to become a father at 80 years old.
Why not?
That's more
What
like
do you mean,
I'm
why
becoming
not?
a
who
grandfather.
cares?
Who cares?
No.
That fucking kid won't know his dad.
You're gonna be a Theo.
It don't matter. There's a lot of single, strong, independent women
You're
that
gonna
raise
have
children right
You're
now.
gonna have a Theo Vaughn running around
Wow.
because his fucking dad had him when he was like fucking 80.
Perfect. And look at him, how successful he is.
Do you know how much struggle he had to go through just to?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
don't
what,
you see? He's
that's what
still
makes
half
the man.
stupid.
Holy shit.
That's what makes the man. Damn it,
You
the
know-
struggle. He's doing real well for himself right now.
So no one should have a dad.
No.
Go tell the hood that.
You know.
No, I do think the
You know
kids
what-
need
you know
a
what he
dad
called-
for sure.
You know what he called people the other day when he was talking to this Amish kid? The R word. Do you know what they call him? The Lord's remix.
The Lord's remix.
Bro.
You can't have a kid at 80
Of
years
course you
old,
can.
bro.
Look at Al Pacino. He had it at 75 or 76.
Yeah,
or
but
77.
you just said a kid needs a dad. That's not having a dad.
A dad or like an older cousin, older brother.
No,
A male figure. That's all it needs. A good male figure.
No, that's crazy.
So you're at a higher risk of genetic mutations, aka Lord's remix.
Yeah, no, you are definitely at higher risk of genetic mutation than younger, but the genetic mutation is not as much as in
Increased
women.
miscarriage risk
Yeah.
and lower fertility, but it's alright because you're gonna have a fridge.
Yeah, but Now put that in there. Put that in there. Let's just say 25-year-old woman with the whatever age you put in. What's the
25-year-old
risk?
woman.
Put that in there.
What do you think?
That's
You're
Al
Leonardo
Pacino.
DiCaprio?
That was Al Pacino.
Yeah,
So
you,
just
you
put
ain't
that
Al
in there.
Pacino, homie.
I better looking than him. That's for sure.
That is crazy. What, are you also better looking than Brad Pitt too?
Nah, that ain't no way. That don't count.
I mean, Al Pacino looks like a sack of balls now because he's 80 years old.
True.
But Al Pacino didn't look
What
like a
is
sack of balls before.
What's the
Um,
risk of the miscarriages, so on and so forth? There isn't one, right?
Same shit as previous.
Where is it?
It
Where
just
is
goes
it?
deeper into the things that could happen because the woman's 25 and you're
Damn,
70.
it's
What
saying-
basically saying is that you're gonna die and she's gonna have to take care of this child by herself.
Yeah, no, I get it. I wouldn't have a child if I'm not financially stable enough to raise the child where there's some money left for specific for this child, right? And then you're gonna have trustees. They're gonna take care of all this.
But when your wife is gonna have to change your diapers and the child's
she don't
diapers
have
at
to
the
change.
same
She
at
don't
the
have
same
to change my
time.
diapers.
Oh,
I don't
no?
have to
She
change-
doesn't have to change my
no.
diaper.
I'm not
just
trying-
gonna keep shitting in my
I'm not-
same diaper.
I'm not planning to be broke at 70, so
Oh, what I'm trying to say is you're trying to have your diaper and your son's diaper changed at the same time?
no, bro. How many 70-year-olds do you know that need the diaper change? They need a usually diaper change at 80 and 90.
Jay's just carrying his
You're not
kid.
far off.
Jay's just trying to carry his
My nigga,
kid.
I still got
That's
another
just
40
next week
years
for
to
you,
get.
bro.
Really shut the fuck up.
When you're 70, 80 is just next week for you, bro.
Yo,
Shut
Jay's
up.
gonna be carrying his fucking kid. Da da da. Oh, my turn.
Who
now.
was it? Who was
My
it?
turn now.
Me or you?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, guys. I don't think.
I
you've
mean,
been
he won't
around
be
all-
carrying them for long, too. You have to have
Does
That's
you-
what I'm saying.
Be in a wheelchair.
Attempting to carry. He's just
shaking the little fucker.
So look up the genetic problems that we're talking about. That's what specifically I want to know.
Schizophrenia.
As a matter of fact,
autism,
there's a study
It
came
gave
out.
him there. Autism,
There's a study
schiz,
came out that
bipolar, and other genetic
yeah, but
mutations.
the newest study suggests that the women between ages of 20 to 25, their body has the natural ability to repair the male sperm if there's something wrong with it. Only between those ages.
Conspiracy theories.
No, it's the-
dun 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 dun.
No, this is a legit study. This is a legit study.
Yo, this sounds like an RMK assassination type shit.
I
Ain't
mean,
no way.
you can laugh all you want. That's the thing. That
It's a comedy podcast here, right? You're trying to have some fun.
no, I know you're trying to have fun,
Don't
but
take
like
insult. This is-
these are things
it's
that
just
I'm.
hard- it's just hard to believe.
I know it's hard to believe because majority of us don't ever delve into it or look into it because it's not very common. So you wouldn't really like look into these situations that are not very
What are
common.
they saying in the chat? Actually, women up to their 40s
Yeah.
start having mutations in their eggs. Meanwhile, men start having their sperm mutate by the age of 30. Damn.
Yeah.
It's worse having older men have children than older women. Men have actual biological timer on their
No,
best
they don't.
sperms.
No, they don't. You
which
produce
is
it
in
every
their
6
20.
months. I don't know where you get this information from.
Jay's been studying his whole life to min-max at the end of his life.
No, you can because
Mid-max.
that logically makes no sense because
So-
women are born with all the supply of the
Jason,
eggs they possibly
since
have.
since we're min-maxing, best woman to avoid any type of Lord's remix or broken
Best
semen.
woman to avoid the young,
no, the best woman to have children with.
according to biology, is up to 25.
Your grandson is so
I'm
cute.
talking
That's
about-
exactly what's gonna
I'm
happen.
Yeah,
talking-
nobody
I'm
gives a
talking
shit about that.
ethnicity.
Ethnicity?
Yeah, where we going?
I don't think there's ethnicity. It's more age
So
related.
you're telling me like a Mayan descendant doesn't have better like gene repair
No.
or sperm repair, whatever the fuck you were talking about?
I'm sure
how-
there's
Like a fucking Amazonian tribe woman?
older men having children past 30 cause more genetic disorders. Yeah, but the studies, like the percentage of men at over 30 versus percentage of women at over 30, the imbalance is incredibly big. 2/3 of the child being born like with some sort of a genetic malfunction is due to the mother, not to the father. Like this is documented studies over and over again, peer reviewed. Like you
They
can,
said
you
it's
can
because of
say
girls
these
that
things.
kids have tism.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
your sperm report mutation, that they're actually doing research on the woman's body. They show how their bodies work. Yeah, They do. When you're born with the entire supply of the eggs, what happens? One drink.
Whoa, period
one,
blood
one
has stem
cigarette-
cells?
Huh?
You better be rubbing that
I'm
shit
about to
off.
be
You
selling
better
that
rub it-
shit.
What
She
has-
said
Yo.
period blood has stem cells. That shit's expensive.
What are you
Yo.
talking about? Your own blood has stem cells in it.
But if we can sell it.
You can sell it, and they do.
Yeah, but see what.
But if there's
What Eddie's
period
trying
blood.
to say is they produce blood for the free ski.
Yeah, I don't
He
gotta
doesn't need to
take.
collect it. He has to draw blood from himself.
That's actually.
Then feel all shitty.
Well,
and-
that's not really necessarily blood. That's the inner lining of the uterus. That's
It's
they're
in there.
shedding. It,
It's part of it.
yeah, but the thing is, that's actually attributed to women. They're finding out now that it's attributed to women living longer than men because of the once a month blood shedding, basically, where it forces the body to produce new blood cells. But
That's a limited fucking money glitch right there, if you ask me.
Until she fucking reaches what is it called?
women at 30, every biology book you open,
What is
women
it that they
after
go through?
30
Menopause.
is downhill.
Then she goes through
54.
menopause, and your income is fucked.
Yeah. They can
The
fertilize.
stream-
Yes.
The stream has quite
Yes.
literally dried out.
Correct. They cannot recreate egg. I do agree with that. However, the problem is a woman is born with a total supply of the eggs. One cigarette, one drink, one whatever things that you do, unhealthy food, all that causes the more you stay, and by the time you're 30, 80% of your eggs are gone on average, which means the rest of them have taken all the hits from unhealthy food, drinking, smoking, doing drugs, or whatever it is that you're doing. Like, you have to be super clean in order, even then, the possibility that, at 35 you're a high risk pregnancy. There's a lot more. The reason we're having so many miscarriages right now is because
So
people are
old
having
factory
children
or
at later
old
and
supply
later.
is basically the argument that I'm hearing.
Old factory or old supply. Old factory or old supply. Yeah, women would be old supply.
Yeah, men
Yeah,
old
and the
factory.
men would be old factory. Yeah, because men every 6 months reproduce. Like, your sperm gets redone every 6 months. So because of that, there could be
Redone, like it's not just constant.
yeah, like every 6 months,
Oh, like
the
it's
stem
all of
cells
it's gone.
change.
Okay, I get what you're saying. It's a complete new
New
supply
batch.
by that time.
It's a complete new batch, and that new
I'm
batch
late in the
could
game,
have
bro.
genetic
I get
mutations in
I
it.
get my updates every day. I get patches.
I mean, does men's sperm
They're not.
supply like regenerating have to do with how often it's outputted?
No,
I'm sure it has to, right?
Yeah, there's some of it. Yes, there's some of it. Yes, like the more you do it, the more. But then there's a thing where if you do it too much, that's not good either. Like there's got to be like a certain balance, like because you have to think like evolutionarily, it was not possible because there were wars and things like that, and like you wouldn't just, you wouldn't release it every. But the thing is because
That's a
it's
lie.
due to
They
testosterone.
would fuck each other.
The reason it's like that because those were the men that were pre-selected through the evolution. Only 46% of the best have reproduced.
You know, we've heard this in the last, I don't know, 5-6 years through social media, and people saying girls would always say like, oh, you got to leave your man empty before he leaves the house in the morning, like post nut clarity for the day. The guys would say this and that, and then I think about it and I'm like, well, at the same time it kind of like contradicts itself because they say that men will release like a chemical to make them tired after having sex,
Yeah,
to make sure they like stay
prolactin.
in bed with that
Prolactin.
woman kind of thing. That's
Yeah,
what we've talked
prolactin.
about that before. And I just think about it, I'm like, yeah, but like, you bang in the morning and then you just want to go to sleep afterwards. Like, you don't want to continue on your day. You get tired.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the minute you wake up and you got a stiff one, that's basically your body telling you I'm ready to procreate. So that's like considered one of the best times. But yes, although yes,
just gonna
because you
make you
release
tired.
prolactin, but it also depends on the amount of testosterone you produce and your virility and things like that. So, you know how when you were younger, you can go like rounds and rounds and rounds. You don't get tired, and as you get older, that stops. Because like the virility is not the same when you're younger and when you're older.
I think I'm still in my prime.
I've been waiting for my shit to stop flowing.
I haven't had a
that's the natural-
a down flow yet.
That's the natural.
I'm sure it'll come, but I'm still in
Oh,
my
it's
prime,
coming,
bro.
alright.
That has to do with that has to do with a bunch of things. One of the things is testosterone being lower. The minute you bump up the testosterone, is back to the same.
What
thing.
is it? What is the team? Like 89 Bulls or whatever? That's how I feel right now. Still, I'm still in that prime time. MJ, Pippen, the boys. You know.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, can men have endometriosis? I'm sure they can. I'm sure it's possible. but with the percentage of men having endometriosis versus women.
Is
Like,
is that what you're going through right now? Like your Shaq stage?
what is the shock stage?
No, I'm just comparing it to like basketball, like I was like the downhill climb, like you said. Less rounds, more tired.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, see.
But my situation is a little bit different, right? Like, anyway, long story short, but I'm not like your average 4-year-old. I'm really not. And then plus like physical activity, things like that, like all of these things that you do as a guy, they push.
How old are you exactly now?
42, 43. I'll be 43 this coming year.
My dad just turned 64 yesterday.
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, 64, right? He's like, yeah. And now he was like, just a couple days over 50, and I was like, you are old, bro. You are getting to that age. It's like,
See that you're old is very relative. I thought the same thing in your age, but the older you get, the less those ages like. Because right now,
bro.
Because right now, I don't think 64 is that old. Before, when I was your age, I would think that. But right now, I think that 80 is old. I didn't even like, it didn't even compute in my brain that you can be 80. 80 was ancient. But then the problem is with modern medicine and people living longer and longer and longer. And right now with the curated medicine specifically for you, right? Like they do genetic testing and then they curate the medicines, vitamins directly for your body, right? With that, the people are going to live even longer. I think within my lifetime, you'll see people live to be 150 years old.
150?
Yeah.
I don't think that long.
I think specifically with AI, because right now what's happening, you can do this. You can take like your dog's or anybody's like blood tests and stuff like that, pump it into AI, and it'll read it for you. And they found that AI most of the time reads these charts better than the doctors do. And a lot of times people go back and say, hey, listen, I think this is wrong with it and because of this and this. And doctors will look at it like, oh shit, you're right. It is. I didn't think about it. And then they've found that AI can now detect cancer before the cancer even becomes a cancer by just looking at x-rays.
X-rays?
X-rays.
Not blood work?
Nope, just x-rays.
I have seen this.
Yeah.
That is
So
true.
AI is getting better and better, and with every year, AI is getting, I think, some crazy like 1,000-fold better than the year before. So with this coming through, they're gonna be able to literally decode at least 90% of the DNA, figure out exactly what it is, figure out how to fix the DNA, what are the things that are necessary to do that, and then all they have to do is introduce a vector through a virus. Virus goes in, repairs that part of the DNA, done. Which we're already doing it. Because like, antivirals, that's what it is. They inject a vector of the which becomes part of your DNA, forces your DNA to produce the antibodies which combats the flu.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they're doing. So that's what I'm saying. Within my lifetime, we'll be able to see people living to be 150 years old. Like telomerase is part of the thing where people say people get old and die. Telomeres are like the little caps at the end of your DNA chains, and they get shorter and shorter and shorter with every time DNA splits, right? But if you can extend that or stop the shortening, so now you continue, because there are animals out there, for example, lobsters. If they didn't like die by accident, didn't get caught, they could continue growing to be as big as possible. Same thing with sharks. Usually it's accidents or something like that. That's why they end up dying. But sharks can continue growing. They never get cancer. So all they have to do is do research. Why is that happening with lobsters?
That is right. Sharks never get cancer.
They don't.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think they don't have bones in their body. It's only cartilage. Something that has to do with that.
And I know what you're talking about too. Like sharks, if they continue, like if you let it, it will just continue to get bigger.
Now this is old thing that I know, right? Like this could have changed with the new modern science, but okay. So the sharks do get cancer. Scientists have documented multiple cases of tumors in sharks, including skin and internal cancers. The first confirmed case of cancer in a shark was published 1908, and several more cases have been reported since. Several more cases, but what are we talking about? In 200 years, you report 150 years, whatever, you reported 3 cases, 10 cases. What research suggests sharks have strong DNA repair mechanisms and immune defenses. There you go. So they can figure out why sharks are like that and then implement that in people.
Well, it's because the cartilage uses very little blood supply, which makes it less likely for tumors to grow compared to bone tissue.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're talking about bone cancer, right?
So the trick there for that specific scenario would be how can we study
Correct.
shark skin so that we can adapt its genetic mutation onto humans?
And that's what I'm saying. This is where AI is gonna come in. Where they'll start they'll be able to decode the DNA, figure out exactly how the DNA works, and then once they figure that out, then it's just the matter of like making everything better and better and better. It's the same thing with computers. I mean, in what 50 short years, we're able to go from like a room-sized computer to like this tiny thing that's in your pocket. Because this thing would run circles, right? This would run circles around the first original computer.
You saw they are like roasting the shit out of the new iPhone for the aluminum
Scratch.
Yeah, it's like super easy to dent it and scratch it. And I don't
It's
see why
always
I would
like that.
upgrade.
It's always like that. What they'll do, you'll see in 3-4 months, they'll come up with a new coating that's gonna be better.
But I think it's like the actual material. It's like denting as well, very easily.
Yeah, because it's soft. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Because they went from steel originally, then titanium, which is like the one
Yeah.
that mine is titanium. Yours is also 16 Pro, right? Yeah,
So
titanium.
aluminum.
I think Miguel's is stainless.
They're probably cutting costs. That's
And now
literally what
aluminum
they're
is
doing.
cheaper. It's lighter. It's thinner, and it's fucking
Well,
fragile.
have you seen them in person?
No.
The one that's thinner is like the lower versions. Pros are still just as thick.
Yeah.
But the problem is, okay, fine, it's thinner. But then you have this fucking camera things that are sticking out just as much. So like, it defeats the purpose of being thinner. I get it. I get that how cameras work. Like I understand you can't make that.
Well, I saw a video of a guy. He
just popping that off.
yeah.
That
So
piece.
so it's like basically a piece of plastic that surrounds like the camera housing here. So instead of like this glass plate, it's a plastic one that comes all the way over here and has like the light and everything a little separate or whatever.
Can you pull up the new iPhone?
And he literally just popped it off, and then you just have like these circles sticking out, and the phone is flat.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, like, I get why they're doing that, because you can't, like, you guys know better with cameras. Like, there's only so much you can do with cameras. Because, see, like, I don't know how true that was, because if you look at that phone, I don't know if there's a gap for you to pop that off.
Yeah, I don't know how true that was either.
Yeah, so.
I saw it.
But the bottom line is, like, they can't make the camera smaller. Like,
It's still the same price, right? Like $1,100 for a
yeah,
Pro.
it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. No, it's actually $100 more. No? Yeah, 'cause I don't know if you can pop that off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not gonna be upgrading.
Me neither.
So next year I'll upgrade, but not. But see, like
I probably won't upgrade. I have a 16 Pro. This is just 17 Pro now that just came out. I probably won't upgrade till the 20.
No shit. That far?
I did 12 Pro Max up until now, up until the 16.
Yeah.
I can probably do another 4 years, no problem.
But see, the regular iPhone 17, bro, it's thin. It's nice. They look super nice. I really like how
You saw them
that
in person?
the Air, especially the Air, is thin as shit. Like, it's super thin. Like, it looks really nice. But I also understand, with them being just as thin, they're not gonna be able to put all the technology in it. I'm sure they'll get to the point where it's like, what I want to know, how well they're gonna bend in someone's pocket, because people be putting them in their back pocket and stuff. That shit's gonna bend. Remember, that was an issue with these until they did the titanium, and they're no longer bend. And
now they're weaker than ever.
Yeah. I think they're just cutting costs.
You know what my grandpa had my mom buy him not too long ago? An iPhone 14.
Damn, so he's got a newer phone than you?
Yeah, but still, that's pretty old now.
Well, I mean, only three
3
years
years?
back,
That's not that old.
It's not that bad.
Old would be like iPhone X.
Yeah, that would be old. That's version 10. That's 7 years old. Like, I don't know if that shit even works.
It's actually 8 years old because they did the iPhone 8 and the iPhone X at the same time.
Like, to be honest, how you know your Apple device is old is where you cannot update the system anymore. Like, the software, you cannot update
Old,
it.
really old? Well, you still got a button on the front.
Yeah, well, but no, who uses that, man? Like, half of the applications are not going to work on it.
That same grandpa that I was talking about had an SE.
Yeah.
Button on the front.
Yeah, but the grandpa doesn't use any application. He just dials and sometimes.
What I don't understand is why
messages,
Apple still
figure it out.
hasn't fucking fixed this circle shit like how Samsung does with the screen
on
over.
these, I think they kind of fixed it.
Let me
didn't
see
they?
the front of these. Do they still have the fucking bubble?
I think they kind of fixed these on this ones.
See the front, the screen.
There you go.
Yeah, it
Oh,
still
no,
has
it's
it.
still there.
It
Yeah.
still has it. Did you guys do the new update?
I haven't
we
done
can't.
that. I don't know. Mine
iOS
is on-
26.
Mine is on auto, so whatever happens, happens. I don't pay attention. Why? What's new in it?
It looks very different. Like if you see my, like the home screen, the notifications look a little different. They did this thing that they call liquid glass with like the apps and all this shit. The camera app looks a little bit different. It has like actual photo and video modes.
Doesn't look like I've done it. Let me see if I have an update.
Even
if I do, they'll
like
probably give it
the
down.
phone, the camera, like the call app looks a little different.
Yeah.
It has a thing where
there's an update, 18.71.
So you got to do that, and then it'll give you the option for iOS 26.
Okay.
So you got to do that one first.
iOS 26.
Yeah, I don't know why they jumped all the way to 26.
Okay.
But that's the. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Let me see here.
All right. Yeah, no, I haven't done that.
Yeah, iOS 26. Everything looks very different. Yeah, the update you're about to do is not going to make it look different, and then it's going to ask you to request iOS 26.
I'll do it later.
I saw they have this feature now that it screens your phone calls. So if it's a phone call from an unknown number, it'll have like Siri like screen it and ask like, oh, who it is, and then it'll give you like a description before you can even get the option to answer the phone.
Because I've been getting hella fucking text messages, and I get at least 10 text messages a day of just some random shit from random numbers outside of United States.
Yeah, I get a few a week at least from the text messages. The phone calls, I get one a day probably. Today I got one that asked me if I was my mom, and I said no. And okay, we'll remove you from the call list.
Lately, I've been getting a phone call from the same number. I don't have the number. I don't respond back. They don't leave a voice message. They don't text. I'm like, whatever. You can call again. You can call. Finally, I was kind of at work. Like, call comes through, and I just pick up automatically. And it's a FaceTime. And it was this black guy. He's like, oh, shit. And he hangs up right away. Texts me back. I'm sorry, man. Wrong number. So I'm thinking some girl gave him like a fake number. And this man been trying to get a hold of her. Yeah.
That's
but no text?
No.
Yo, Apple's really adapting to the real-life nuisances. Hold assist. So it keeps your spots in line while you wait for live agent and notifies you when they're ready. So when you're on hold for fucking hour on Spectrum,
yeah, you can.
They finally reply. They'll let you know.
So you can hang up and then you
not hang up per se, but kind of like hold the line.
Hold the line. Well, no. What I'm saying is, can you leave it? Like, can you put it down and then do other shit on your phone?
Yes,
okay.
That's basically what it is. You're holding. You're basically pressing like a real life phone hold, and then it'll notify you when they talk.
Yeah.
And then the call screening, the way it works.
I'm trying to figure out how to do that shit with the lock screen. You see how you can put like your clock behind? You can like integrate it as like a layer into your photo. You see how like the 941 is behind her. You can do that, but I haven't figured it out how to like actually.
It adapts to your photo. So if you like go onto your setting, there should be a setting there that allows you to change it.
I tried. I was looking around like crazy. I think it has to like auto recognize that I can do it with the photo. Maybe the photo I was trying to do it with wasn't like working or whatever.
Maybe it has to do with the photo. Maybe it's a specific photo.
Maybe something like a dog.
Yeah, see, that one has it too.
Yeah, but like honestly, these phones are now having so many new features. Like to be honest, what's the percentage of the new features every time that they put in you use actually? Like like all the features that your phone has.
I'll say this: when I go
think
to
about
take pictures,
shortcuts and all that shit.
When I go to take pictures, I do use this button.
Yeah.
Like when I pick up my phone, I automatically click that button.
That's just you getting used to it, right? But like I'm talking about like shortcuts and things like that. Like how much of it do you actually use?
It's nice to have, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, majority of people, they just do phone calls, text messages, and social media. Really, at the end of the day, majority of people are not power users of the phone, right? They got all the shit on there.
It's nice to be able to do stuff when you need to.
Yeah, but then how many times do you remember how to do it when you need it once in every 7 months? You know what I mean? Like, do you remember like the key?
You can look it up.
I think I got a new profile, a new contact photo for you. I was just trying to test. Like they say, this camera has 48 megapixels. I don't see that, but.
But anyway, so I don't know, man. To me, like all that hate that iPhones get, to me is kind of silly. You can give them hate all you want. They're still gonna outsell them. There are people still gonna be in line waiting for them. People still gonna fucking buy it, and people still gonna think you're broke if you don't have an iPhone. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Just it is what it is, man.
Emily fucked up the group chat because she was sending messages with her eSIM from Europe. So she fucked up her group chat.
Because it was coming in green bubbles. Yeah, she was coming in icky. Yeah. You know what happened with that, right? For the longest time, Apple would not allow Google like thumbs up come in on messages and stuff like that. So it would say this person gave you a thumbs up on this message, and then Google did a Uno reverse and did that shit to Apple. But
they ran a whole marketing campaign on that.
Yeah.
On the bubble thing. Basically telling Apple, stop being meanies.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn it blue.
But that's like part of it, right? Like literally people get hate for having an Android because of that bubble. So I think it's a great marketing strategy.
I'm trying to look up that video. Getting the message. That's what it's called.
Boys, I need you to wish me luck. This weekend, we're doing an endurance race for 6 hours.
You'll be alright. Have you been practicing?
Yeah, I spent like 3 hours practicing today when I got home. Because it's a track that I don't know. And then also, it's going to have rain during it. So I had to go in and like put the rain on and like practice with that.
So all of you been practicing?
Yeah.
So who's on the team?
Me, your brother, and my buddy Jackson from work.
And then against who?
Random people online.
Random people online.
Yeah. It's gonna be a field of 60 cars. Because it's endurance racing, so they race multiple classes at once. So we're in the GT3 class. There's like 20 to 30 cars there. Then there's the hypercar class, which is another 20 cars, and there's the LMP2 class, which is another 20 cars. And that means they're also not racing everyone on track. There's gonna be plenty of cars that are around that like aren't in your competition per se.
No, I get that, but what I'm trying to say is like, in online races like that, people like will get in there and just as trolls crash everything.
Yes, so there is going to probably be that, but not in a race like this, because this one you have to like sign up for, have a team. It's a little more, and this game is a little more like official than like some of the other ones we've been playing. Like some of the other ones we've been playing, the guys would literally just sit in the middle of the road, like purposely trying to like block the road and crash once they get pissed off and crash themselves. But this one shouldn't be as bad, I'm hoping.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, you fucking get a crash and now you're
Yeah,
out of
that's the
race.
whole thing, right? It's like try not to retire the car. That's like the biggest issue not issue, but like the biggest worry we have is like, can we even make it through the race? Like that's like the number one thing. Just make it through. Like don't crash, don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Just.
So Samsung did really go very salty, huh?
Oh yeah.
This was a thing they released.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, Apple's finally getting the message. All they did was allow them to like react and be added to group chats and send high res pictures and videos.
It still don't work.
It's still a green
don't,
bubble.
And no, I mean
their
I tried.
Reactions are still green.
I tried to send. I tried to send something to Arthur yesterday, through message, and it wouldn't work. He's like, he basically was telling me like, I can't view it. I can't view it.
Yeah, he can't view it. You gotta send him through WhatsApp.
Yeah. I wonder if that has to do with OnePlus. Maybe not Android in general.
No, it's just it's Android stuff. But you know, to me that's a great marketing strategy. You want the blue bubble? You want to get these messages? Get on the same phone as your friends. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know many people except for like your brother that don't use iPhone.
Bro, like I don't think United States is that prominent with Android. I think the Android is more like engineers and guys like that will have it, and also the other side of that coin is also like a little more impoverished communities will have Android phones.
I mean, if you see a kid my age with an Android, probably usually means because he can't afford the iPhone.
It's either you can't afford the iPhone or he's just very smart, because Android is a little. Android
Yeah,
is
I mean,
a
but
better
it's very, very. You're talking about like very few out of the masses that you're gonna find that are my age and actually want to have an Android.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very few.
Mm-hmm. And I think United States is like that because we can probably afford a little more. You know what I mean? It's more affordable. But like outside of United States, I mean, when we're in Europe, like everyone pretty much like it was like 50-50, probably even more. A lot of people had Androids because I was looking at people's phones. Not a lot of people had iPhones.
I will say this though, if you notice, like the taxi drivers when you would get in, they would have like the Android there, like with the route and all this stuff, but then they would have an iPhone on the side. Like I think that was like their personal phone.
Their personal phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Android, iPhone is definitely a status symbol. Like, even though it's not as smart as an Android, even though some of the Androids could be even more expensive than an iPhone, better in every which way, Apple is still like a status symbol, right? Like,
I get what you're saying. It's weird. You usually hear status symbol, you think of like a Ferrari.
Yeah, but it's not a Ferrari.
But it's not that kind of.
It's like having a
symbol,
Maserati amongst all the Ferraris and Bugattis, and they still think Maserati is better. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, I think it wasn't until like the last 5 years that even Natalie switched. I think she switched to iPhone eventually. We're gonna win. I don't know about that.
Which part?
I don't know about
what
that,
is she
dude.
saying is that doesn't matter if you get new batches if your filter.
That
is
was from a long
clean.
time ago, bro. Come on,
Since-
you're
did you know-
outdated.
Also,
You're
so-
35 minutes behind.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not that it's possible; it's that they can't.
It's
Okay.
super cool and interesting. What was super cool and interesting? We kept jumping. We're gonna win. I don't know why we're gonna win, dude, but we're gonna try. We're gonna race, and maybe that's as far as we'll make it. But
Well, the thing is, like, if these people are actually like out there, like all of them are out there to race, and they're like gonna be real cautious about it, not to cause an
I think it
accident
will
because they're
be like
trying to
that.
win. It is a 6-hour race, right? Like,
and
there
it's something you have to sign up for beforehand. It's not like you can just go in and like, oh, it's
Yeah,
ready and just jump on.
But if you wanted to troll someone and fuck up
they're not
somebody's
going
day,
they're not going to that lengths. If you're just trying to troll someone and mess up someone's day, you go to like the daily races
Yeah.
that you can just jump into randomly and go do that.
yeah.
But also like the games have like ratings and stuff. So like you go and do that, you're gonna mess up your rating and you're gonna be stuck in like the shittier lobbies constantly. And it has a little bit of a punishment for doing shit like that. It has
Yeah.
penalty systems like normal, like real racing.
I think it's a 6-hour race. Majority of the people are not gonna want to fucking do that because they're out there to like
Well,
really put in the time into it.
So we're planning on doing like an hour to 2 hours each at a time, depending on how it goes. I mean, to race that long consistently is pretty difficult.
But have you looked at how many? What's the team? What was the minimum amount of people you could have in a
Two.
race? 2 is the minimum.
You can do it too. Yeah.
So
you
then
can
most
do
likely people are going to be doing 3 hours, which means they're going to pit stop one time less.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
No, because we'll be doing driver swaps whenever the pits are needed, not necessarily because we need to do a driver swap.
That's what you're saying.
like,
But does
'cause
the
we
driver swap take longer than a regular pit?
It might. But you know, when you're stopping in these, like, it's not like Formula One where it's 2-second pit stops. You know, these guys pull in, they do tires, they do gas, they do repairs. You can even change your brakes when you're in the pits, and it's very, very slow. Like, these guys move very, very slow. And then also when we're gonna be doing longer stints, they're gonna have to fill the entire tank back up basically again, and that'll take a while too to get all the gas into the car.
Yeah.
It's pretty realistic in that sense of like trying to make you take like the timing of everything is pretty realistic.
So I mean that's like that could play a role in like time lost or gained, but also it's pretty like even throughout the whole game for everyone.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's all just down to who can be the most consistent and the fastest, really. I mean, yeah, you are gonna have tire strategies. Have you
watched the YouTube? Have you watched the YouTube any of these races at like 3x just to see how it goes?
So I didn't watch the whole. I found a video of
the
a
whole
guy that did
thing
he made it into like a 25-minute breakdown basically. But he didn't really. It wasn't like a how-to video.
Yeah,
it was more of
like,
just like
this is what it is.
Yeah, it was more of like him just. He was like a live streamer that just cut up like all the parts kind of together.
Well, how to think about it? How to will they give you the how to really? Because if they have a good strategy, would they really give you the good strategy?
Well, I mean, there's only so many strategies you can go with, right? Because everybody gets the same tire allocation and all those things.
Those are badass photos. I'm not gonna lie.
And you, brother, are getting pictures that look very similar to this style.
Very nice.
Who?
The style of Mr. Alan Palander.
What, you trying to edit like that?
Yeah.
That looks really
I
cool.
was inspired by this picture. I have a picture of the Trevi fountain, but it doesn't look nearly as interesting as this color grade. Because mine is just like white and grayish, so you can't really tell any like definition of it.
I can't really tell anything on this dog shit ass monitor I'm looking on.
That
so.
too, that doesn't help. But the main thing is he has a very dark style with very low highlights and crushed blacks with a little bit of orange tints and reduced purples, greens, yellows, cyans, and
You realize
living
you're
red.
speaking gibberish for anyone but
Yeah,
me, right?
you're by yourself right now.
Well, Micah, I understand what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm
It's
glad
just
you
a-
both
it's
can
just
have a
very,
conversation
very,
right now.
Very dark.
Go
style.
up to that middle one with the Ferrari. Yeah. Who is that? Him?
He's more of a lifestyle photographer. Kind of just shows what he's going through, like in his daily life,
Damn, homeboy does have a fucking skincare routine, that's for sure.
or good editing.
That's a strike.
I mean, did you see his face? He was glistening like a girl.
That's a fucking strike.
I mean, I can't recognize that. How is that a strike?
You
Being
definitely-
observant?
You definitely cannot.
What? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Oh, that was at Monza. It said.
He was in Italy.
Yep, that was when we were there.
I was 3 weeks ago.
I'm guessing homeboy makes money off of this, right? Like in his,
Yes, he's a very-
not off of Instagram.
I mean,
but-
He's a successful.
the only way you could be down there taking the photos he's taking is by being a professional.
But I mean, there's a lot of professionals that don't have the access as he does, right? Like he's got to be doing some more than just being a professional.
He's published. He has friends in the business. He knows people.
Yeah, that's what I'm
trust
saying.
him. He has his own style. He has the experience.
It's funny, I didn't know this the other day, but F1 drivers will actually hire so the F1 Formula 1 themselves has a media company, a media group that they hire to go out and get content and all that stuff. But there's drivers that actually hire their own photographers to specifically go out there and get content of just them. And apparently these guys have an abundance of dudes that they cycle in and out to go and get content while they're at the races.
That makes sense. Now, let me ask you this. This is a more of a a personal, right? How long do you think it takes you until you kind of develop your own style? Because this guy, I'm sure, started somewhere, and he was copying this guy, the other guy, the third guy, right? And then eventually he's like, okay, this is what I like, and I'm going to just kind of go into this niche of doing the photos. Not to take away that he can do other types of photos, but he's really good at this thing, right?
Yeah.
He specializes at this thing. How long do you think it takes you, and does it have to do more with risk taking, where you're since day one you're risk taking and trying to get into this thing specific style that you like better, and then just making that better over time, and then reaching some point where you're like, okay, this is the best I can do, but I know there's this other style that I can do better, and then you kind of transition.
I think it starts that that all starts with what kind of photography you like to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, what would you call his photography? Because he's got everything. Because he's got aerial shots. He's got
Lifestyle again.
So I don't know what you would call it, but what I also mean with that is the kind of photography you like to do, and then also the kind of emotion you like to emit through your photography, right? And I think that's what has gotten he's gotten to the point where he knows that kind of photography and that kind of emotion that he wants to emit from people when they see his shit, right? What we run into at work, right, is we're constantly doing different types of photography, different styles, and trying to emit different emotions, whether it's something sad, whether it's something exciting, happy, rustic vibe or something like that. So we're constant, I don't know about Mickey, but I get a lot of freedom when it comes to certain clients to be able to do stylized edits, right?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think it's a very small group of people that can look at a photo and say, okay, this is making me happy, this is making me sad, or is it just more everyone can feel it?
I think everyone can feel it, but that not everyone knows what they're feeling, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. For example, okay, that picture with the Mercedes, what does that tell you? To me, it's just, I don't even know where to begin with this. What do I feel about it?
It's all very dark. It's all kind of mysterious, with the fog and then those photos. I mean,
you going on an adventure type of deal, because then he's got the mountains in there. You kind of don't know where you're going, but you're going with it, and you got this car that can conquer everything. Basically, is that what he's trying to say? But then he puts this there.
He's in an adventure, taking pictures, and this wild, dark, crazy ride.
something else too is not every photo is trying to say something.
Yes, sometimes it's just looking cool. Or
Yeah.
showing something. This is just really showing something. Just not.
This is just showing Italy, right? Like
now, what I'll say is maybe not trying to say something, but it is trying to show you how a certain person could admire that thing, right? So the admiration for certain things that he's looking at here, right? Like even this guy on this bike, right? It's kind of like
in a way, it's
enjoying that moment, right? Or whatever. Like people, stuff like this is just cool landscapes, right? Like that's not necessarily trying to say something
in
with
a
this
way,
landscape.
this is very like documentary like work, in a way.
Yeah, so where does it come in? Because everyone, let's say that we were on that river, right? Like everyone can take a picture of that river in front of the river.
Let me go back and answer your question about styles. I have edited the Europe pictures now 3 times because I keep going back. I'm like, damn, I don't like the original edit. Let me try this. Oh, that's too orange when I exported it. Let me edit it again, make it a little more natural. Oh shit, I want it to be a little bit darker. I want it to have a sketchier look to it. I don't think I found a creative style, but I am able to learn a lot from editing a lot of different styles to kind of fine tune what I like to see in a picture.
Yeah, it's kind of like you make the mistakes and you learn of your mistakes.
Try and learn how other people do it. What is it that they're doing, and then you apply that knowledge to your current skill set. So I think it takes at least probably 7 to 8 years to finally start creating your own style, being able to understand all of the color features, to be able to color grade things the way that you'd like for it to be shown or seen.
But do you think that's the easiest way, or do you think the easiest way is like you go on like basically like swan diving in the deep end, start doing your own shit, and then getting somebody that knows more than you, showing it to them and having them critique it?
Nowadays, it has become a little bit easier with the use of presets. So people will just edit a picture in their style. They'll save a preset and sell it. And then what that allows people to do is buy that preset, import it into their list. Whenever they see a picture that they think they want that preset on, they put that preset on and adjust the intensity, and then mess around with the colors that you want to keep.
To me, that's actually okay. So let's say you bought a preset, right? To me, that would be interesting. Like the first thing I would do, I wouldn't even apply it to the photo. I would just go in there and see what the preset is, like what they have done, and then once I kind of see, if I understand the numbers, right? Like I kind of know what they're doing, and then I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing here just by looking at the preset, and then applying it to the photo to see if you're right in your original
able to learn that
idea.
If you're able to learn that way, great. But some people like me can't just buy a preset, because I've done it before, buy a preset pack and expect to understand what it is that they're doing. I need like a 20-minute video of me showing how this person edit this and how can I adjust certain things within those presets to give it the stylized feeling that I'd want.
So preset, how many options does he have within a preset? Is it limitless?
It's usually like a 25 or 20 pack of different presets.
No. One single preset, right? Like the adjustments, right? That you have your opacity, I don't know, like the exposures and things like that. Yeah, so how many of those items are on a preset that people adjust differently?
Whatever it is that he used.
It ranges. Sometimes you'll have presets that will only touch a dozen things, and then sometimes you have presets where every slider,
fucking color is adjusted.
Every slider, every color is adjusted on saturation, hue, luminance.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you know that, okay, so this is the saturation, and then you look at the saturation, okay, he's adjusted the saturation, let's say this way, and you kind of know what that's going to give you, right? But then if it goes into the breakdown, can you look into the breakdown and say, oh, I see, like he put this color up here, and then if I connect that with that, it's kind of have a ballpark.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can definitely analyze a preset and try and like basically break it down on why everything was done to accomplish this look, right? Like we use presets at work very often.
But that's basically because anytime I've done anything, for me to understand it, I need to understand why are they doing something. Yep. And to understand why are they doing something, I have to go into the nitty gritty, which usually takes a long time. It's annoying, and it's. Yep. But then once I understand that, okay, cool. Now I can apply it.
Ready? But I don't know. I feel a little bit differently about that because it depends on what goal you have going into that Like, for example, if I'm going into that photo to edit it because I want to find like a cool style or I'm trying to accomplish a certain style, I get what you're saying. You want to like understand why everything was done. Now, with work, sometimes it's like, okay, I have a style in mind, right? Okay, let me look through the presets. Okay, this looks like what I'm trying to go for. You apply the preset, and then you kind of just go from there and say, okay, well, it's a little bright, highlights a little harsh, you know, shadows, let me bump that, you get some more detail. Okay, I'm going to dehaze to bring some contrast and detail back in. A little less contrast. Like, and instead of like trying to break down what was done previous to you, you just sometimes go, okay, let me pick up from here.
Yeah.
And fuck what happened before, but let me just
Yeah,
go from here and make it look good and then move on.
The reason
right?
There's little pieces as well that you pick up along the way. For example, earlier when I was trying to edit the pictures that I was trying to edit, I learned that he adds like, I don't remember if it was like 15 or 5% on shadows on the blending for coloring, for shadows, and it just adds like a blue tint around the shadows. That's why you can see some bluish on the shadows.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can go start doing.
Yeah.
So, because the reason I asked that is because, you know, I'm big into fragrances, right? And the perfumes. So one day I put one perfume on that I really like by itself, and then I put the second one on that I really like by itself. When they both came together, it started smelling like cloves. I'm like, why in the fuck is this smelling like cloves? There's no cloves in any of this. And then I popped that into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is like, well, because according to the notes, if you combine this note with this note with this note, depending on the concentrations, it's going to give you the smell of the clove. So I'm thinking it's kind of similar to this, where you're like combining this, that, the third, it gives you this other thing that you didn't think it's going to give you, but now you have something completely different. It was like, oh shit, nobody's doing this. You know what I mean? Or you just figured out a new way of getting a final result.
It's
like
a little...
like a 2
it's a
plus
little
2
more...
is 4, and then 1 plus 3 is also 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like with the perfumes thing, it's more of like algebra versus this is more simple math.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You
Yeah.
think so?
I do, because with the perfumes thing, you have all these different fragrances and notes that one with this one could add to this and make this smell, but then if you add another thing on this side, and all those three make a different smell, and it can mix a lot, lot, right? Versus with this, right? Yes, they can mix a lot, but a lot of times they're still a little bit more independently affected. And I don't mean that like all the times. There's times where I'm going to move my whites one way, knowing that if I move it this far, which is where I like it, I might have to adjust my exposure a little bit as well. Yeah. Because that
and
affected
sometimes you
the
might
other
come
thing.
back and remove that white that you just
Even
because
exactly
it didn't work right.
Exactly. That happens all the times. Like when you break down photo editing, a lot of times it's like little problem solved. Okay, shadows are a little dark right now. Let me bring the shadows up. Oh, well, now it's getting grainy, and you know it's messing with another part of the photo that's making it too bright. Okay, let me bring shadows up a little bit, not as much as I wanted, and then maybe try messing with the whites and try messing with this. It's a lot of like actual problem solving. You're identifying a problem within the photo and saying, how do I fix that problem, right? And then the same thing is with when you're trying to find a look in a certain photo. Okay, well, if I'm going for a cool, like almost desaturated, close to black and white look, like a lot of these photos are, right? I can't be bumping my saturation.
Go back. Look at the yellow on his arm, right? Like on the Red Bull, yellow on the Red Bull, and then on his arm, and then go back to the last photo that you switched. No. Go back more. You can kind of see it in this one, but no, to the right. One more. Yeah, right there. See that yellow? They're like different kinds of yellows, even though those yellows are probably the same.
That's because there's a radial right here that's increased with exposure and shadows, so you're able to see this right here, but he also created a duplicate of that radial so that he lowers the exposure on everything else.
Looks kind of similar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Similar style photo.
But yours is more lifelike, and his is more like darker.
The light's hitting it, but yeah.
Yours is more colorful. You know, his is less colorful.
On this, I used a preset called Red Rum, which gives the whole picture like a red and orangey, not necessarily yellow look, but really kind of messes with the reds and oranges. I like it, especially when you're doing stuff that's like sunset style photos. They can look pretty cool.
Go back to Max.
Or you can go for the classic like orange and teal look that people love during sunset. I've done that with some photos.
On this one, look, his reds are almost orangey, even though they're supposed to be more red, and his yellows are really popping. Like, Like, what did he do? Just adjust the yellows on this
Yeah,
one?
so you can go into each different color. You can even take a little pen tool, right?
that
A little
color.
dropper tool, and then say exactly what pixel. Boom, that pixel, whatever that fucking pixel is, I want that color to be adjusted, and you can adjust it. Hue, saturation, luminance.
So you probably mess with that
The
as well.
hue, what hue does is it adjusts the hue to the closest colors on the color wheel of that color, right? So with yellow, you're gonna have green on one side, and then orange. I'm pretty sure it is, right?
Yeah, but
Mickey?
because
Orange is not.
with when you're adjusting
Contra-
hue on like an
For
orange.
the way he edits, he barely even touches on contrast.
That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm just asking a question on the Premiere, like when you're editing on Lightroom, right? Like, and you go to adjust the hue for yellow, it's gonna go from green, I think, to orange on one side. Like, and you can make all those different colors change into different into a different color essentially. Actually, I had to do that today. I was shooting a lure, and the lure was watermelon something, right? And it was, to me, in person, after I put a studio light on it, I was like, this looks pretty close to like what I think it's starting to be gold in red. I didn't realize it was trying to be green in red. So I did the edit, and then we sent it off, and they're like, hey, can you fix this because it looks too whatever. So I went into the yellows and I shifted them all the way to green, and now it's green and red. Like, you can mess with that specific color, and then saturation, of course, is like the strength.
Yeah, because
and then luminance is like the brightness of the color.
I think there's like some creativity in this, but I think 80% of his photos are like, he knows exactly how that preset is set up, and he knows exactly what that preset is going to give him, and he knows exactly why,
he plans
and then he adjusts it from there.
He plans ahead so that his feed can look the way it does.
Yeah.
It's very aligned, matches very well. The colors are very similar. It's very nice to look at, very simple to look at.
Well, because it's uniform, right? There's like, especially if you're one of those people that like uniform things.
Professional like people in the photography business that really take their shit serious can have fucking feeds like this.
Yeah, I think I got 4 different color styles on my feed right now. If you go look.
All right, so if you were to pick a color style, what would be your color style that you would be like, this is it? Like, yeah, because this guy is more like rustic, like back into like
Film.
80s type of film.
He's more of a film at the moment.
Yeah.
Teal and orange would be my like this stuff that I did at the beach.
Yeah.
Very like teal and orange. So you have the orange highlights and teal shadows. This photo kind of shows that pretty well. That video I edited of Emily, this is very teal and orange, almost a little too much.
But
these monitors don't do fucking shit.
Yeah.
No, forget the monitor, right? Because I don't know what the other monitor is. So whatever I'm looking at, like, it's almost like you're saying, oh, there's a better one. Great. But like, this is what I'm seeing, right? So to me, this guy that's editing these photos, right?
Then that
like, he
one of
kind
the
of
cowboy,
picked
that's fucking badass. That's another example of teal and orange.
Yeah, but he picked a style and he's sticking with it. Where
Not necessarily.
Notice how he switched from seasons?
Yeah.
So this is the winter season, and then this starts getting into the spring season, and then into the summer season.
I mean, he's done quite a few different styles over time. This guy.
He changes his things.
Yo, this is Peter McKinnon. That's why I recognize that cowboy photo.
But I'm telling you that he does it. You know, he just.
This guy's a huge like photography and videography influencer, mostly photography. Really into like film, like actual old film cameras, doing stuff with that.
I don't know if I like his style though. Like, this style is not
Peter
captivating
McKinnon
me.
is fucking
like the guy before you were
does some
showing. That was like
crazy
more
shit.
G. Yeah, he does crazy shit, but the other guy was more G. Like, I know this is crazy shit, but this is crazy shit for a very niche. Like, it's crazy shit for people that are into
every
it.
photographer out there knows fucking.
No,
Peter
no,
McKinnon.
because if you go back to the guy before it, I think that more people will like the other guy's photos than this guy's. Like, that guy is more like, if I were to compare him, I would say like this guy is more like the niche perfume guy that not everybody knows about. But the other guy is like more designer.
I disagree with you more. I mean, yeah, the other guy does great work, but if you ask me, it's like, okay, every photo looks like it has the same preset. This shows versatility.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that. But this shows versatility to you, the somebody that's already involved into photography and you understand what's going on. I think the other guy is more mass appealing versus this guy is very niche appealing.
And knowing that this guy like makes it all, like he makes it hard on himself. Basically, like He could go out there anytime he wants, grab a fucking $10,000 Sony, the best Sony you could ever buy, and go shoot and get all these same photos. But guess what? He doesn't do that. He'll be like, okay, well today I'm going to shoot for this, and I'm gonna bring with me a fucking Fujifilm from 1980s that uses film.
But that's what I'm saying.
All
like
these recent pictures are
an average
film.
an average person wouldn't give a shit like about it. He would say just grab your $10,000 one and then take pictures. You know what I mean? An average person would not be like, I don't care how much struggle you're going through, because average person doesn't know what is what.
Well,
right?
that struggle also causes a certain kind of look, right?
Yeah.
Like that picture of that little house right there, like that's on film, right?
Yeah,
and
like,
that
to
causes
me,
a certain look.
I know you know this, but to me as a person that don't know this, I'm looking at it as like, what's so incredible about this photo?
It's
like,
the smallest house in Toronto.
Okay. Did you see what I'm saying? Like as a bystander that doesn't.
I've
know shit
seen
about
more.
photography,
I've seen more
you're
dumb.
like,
I've
okay.
seen shit more dumb than that. That's caught attention on
All
social
that
media.
matters,
All right.
All that matters about a picture is when you look at a picture, do you like the picture? That's all that matters.
No, do I like the picture? Okay, I like the
Do
picture,
you
but I
like
just
the way-
don't
do you
understand the
like
picture.
You don't have to understand it. Do you like the way it looks? Cool. That's all. Enjoy the picture for what it is. That's all.
I mean, I
You
personally don't like
have
the
to have a
picture, but
personal-
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
okay.
Like
It's cool
I don't
when you can
understand
have,
it. This
like,
makes
a-
no sense to me.
You can have like a personal
connection to that.
to the picture, like, oh, I was there when he shot that, or I helped.
What
him
are
set
these
up
comments are
something.
saying? So
Then
good,
it means something.
perfect for
but it
me.
doesn't.
Like what? Love it. Like
We're talking about the small house.
And you also can't admire the picture because not only is it fucked because of Instagram.
like that picture of the cowboy. That looks cool to me. Good. Click on that right there. That looks cool to me.
Scroll through it.
That right there. That picture looks cool to me.
And it looks better in his monitor when he edited it.
Yeah, like the picture of like the canyons and all that stuff. Click on one of those pictures of the canyons. To me, that's like okay, whatever. You know, because I think this guy's pictures are much better when he does the people.
That's fucking badass.
That one is cool. That one is cool looking.
That one's not whatever. That one's insane.
That one is cool. But I think he does much better pictures like
Those
of people.
Insane.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I watched that video. I think you showed it to me, Miggy, right?
Mhm.
That he does much better pictures of people than like the fucking buildings and all the other
also
shit.
insane.
Yeah, that's also cool. Yeah, I get that. Now I look at it and I say, okay, I get that this is cool, but like the picture of that little house, like what?
You know what this is?
An eclipse.
And he was one of the people that got the shot, and he got probably the best shot.
All right, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for joining us today. Another episode of the Ghetto Rig podcast for you guys. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
You know what was a cool picture?